You know, I've always said what makes a great barrel racer is a good horse.
Martha Josey of our next Texas. Come on, Martha Josey from East Texas can ride.
Once you got Cebe, things drastically started changing.
If it hadn't been for Cebe, we wouldn't be here talking right now.
He was the one that put the name Josey into barrel racing.
Cebe was just a different horse. He wasn't really trained very good. And at first, we'd go around the first barrel, out the arena he'd go. The first few rodeos I went to, everybody said, "Boy, I don't know why you bought that horse." Then I started working with him, and he started getting better and better and better. He would run as fast as he could to a barrel, slide on his rear end, and turn so quick, but he never hit barrels. The first win was at a quarter horse show. I won it by over 2 seconds. My next show I went to was the American Royal at Kansas City. Everybody came running up to me and said, "You just broke the record at the American Royal." Well, then I knew that I had a good horse.
You know, I've always said what makes a great barrel racer is a good horse, and she really capitalized on that.
If you don't have 4 legs underneath you that can compete, you can't win.
A lot of the cowboys didn't really think much about the barrel racing back then, but when Cebe would run, they'd all come to the arena to watch him because he had such an outstanding style.
What made that horse special is when all the chips were on the table, you could count on it.
He was impressive. Didn't make many mistakes. And he and Martha, they were a team.
I had won the Texas Barrel Racing Association 1964, 65, 66, and 67. My first NFR was in 1968. I won 52 barrel races in a row. I won 7 horse trailers. That horse and I were such a connection, and the way that we got the horse and the way that it all happened, it all just fell in place.
John Grady had a vision, a dream that could not fail. He was born.
One day, I went to a roping and barrel racing. There was a calf roper there, and it was R.E. Josey. Well, he'd won the roping at Hillsboro. Of course, I'd won all the barrel racing. He said, "Do you want to go on a date tonight?" I really think that he was after my horse.
You'd find a good jockey, but a good horse hard to come by.
It was kind of love at first sight.
Born to ride with destiny, born to be a cowboy.
You not only got me, you got my horse too.
Oh, that's what I was after.
We ended up getting married down here in Karnak, Texas. I said, "Well, you're winning, I'm winning. Let's go have a rodeo school." He said, "A rodeo school?"
We kind of laughed about it. We decided to try it.
That was in 1967, and we had 33 students. 4 different girls ended up going to the national finals from that first clinic that we had. So that was really an honor.
We started with a week-long school, and it progressed to where we had so many people wanting to come and be taught by Martha and Josey, we had to go to 2-week schools. That progressed even further. We just couldn't continue turning people down. Now you gotta understand, at that time, Martha and Josey were going up and down the road. They were trying to qualify for the NFR every year.
If you didn't make the NFR then, it would be really disappointing.
She did not like to lose.
Cebe, he started to kind of slowing down a little bit, but after riding a Cadillac like Cebe, it was hard to get on other horses.
He could beat him back in, he could beat him today if he's around. He was just something special.
He was 25 when he passed away here at the Josey Ranch. Saying bye to the greatest horse in the world, it was very hard. It's like losing your best friend. But you know they're in heaven taking another barrel racer around, so you look for that next horse. And when Sonny came along, it was unbelievable.
Good run at this first barrel. A smooth turn here, 8 times to the national finals for Martha Josey.